roll back to isometric deep core hold. These are like a really tough core burner, or at least they are to me, and I love it because it also feels really good on my back. So a few things about getting set up for this is that I have seen people do this kind of pushing a yoga block in between their knees and their elbows. So if you feel like that will help you kind of with a point of reference, you can do that. I tried it like that and I wasn't a huge fan. So I just kind of like being able to do it on my own. But just so you know, that is an option that I've seen some people do. All right, so what you're gonna be doing here is you're gonna be laying down on the ground, and to get started, you wanna kind of tuck your pelvis underneath you, okay? So we don't wanna start like this. You need to tuck your pelvis underneath you, and there should be a small curve in your lumbar spine right here. Now, I want you to exhale and make sure that this low part of your belly pulls in. Sometimes when we kind of get into this more tucked position, we'll really grip down from the top and push out on the low belly. But I want you to exhale and make sure that it's coming in. This needs to stay coming in the whole time you do this exercise. It's like pretty much the whole point of the exercise, okay, is that we're trying to keep this same position the whole entire time. Now, what you're not doing is just slamming yourself back and hoping for the best. This is actually really controlled. You're also not rolling way far back on your neck, okay? And we want to make sure that as you come up, you need to keep that slight tuck in your pelvis, because the tendency will be as you come up to come here and then boop, do that right there, okay? So our goal is that we're keeping the tuck the whole time, mainly by really using the stability of our deep core to help keep our pelvis in check, okay? So as you roll back, it's kind of hard to do it slowly, but what you're not gonna do is just kind of fall back, okay? That's not what we're doing at all. We wanna be able to keep our elbows and knees equidistant from each other the whole entire time we're doing this exercise. So if you come back and your elbows are moving away from your knees, you're doing it wrong, okay? The distance doesn't change between here to here. So as you come back, you're going to keep the distance equal, and you're going to exhale. And remember how I said this needs to pull away. So this needs to happen the whole time you're coming back as well. And you're going to use a little bit of the momentum that you get from coming back to help yourself come back forward. But we're not doing this super sloppy, super fast without intention, okay? You have to be intentional about keeping that deep core in check and on while you're doing the exercise. So deep core in check, exhale. Equidistance from here to here. I'm gonna roll back. Now I'm gonna come forward. Now in the top, notice that I didn't do this, okay? And I also didn't keep coming forward, okay? Distance stays the same the whole time through here and here. Now, if you're super, super good, then what you wanna do is kind of point your toes, and you'll just barely tap the tops of your toes to the ground. But it took me a while to build up to that. So if that feels like, oh, you're crazy, then you can just kind of put your heels on the ground as you come to rest. But we're not putting weight in our heels, okay? So if someone were to need to take a piece of paper out from under my heels, they could. But kind of getting that point right with the toes is just that little bit more of an added challenge for fun if you need it. All right, that's how you do it. Have fun.